Look at what they did to Alex Jones. We are on the precipice of a civil war.
Of Civil War and World War III.
Civil War, and then World War III will shortly follow. Oh, I forgot.
That's right.
I left my water bottle in the fridge, dang it.
I mean, realistically, though, if America falls, would there really be a World War III?
Yeah, probably. There'd probably be warring factions for who will take over America. Although I don't know how valuable it'll be after the government collapses. I think our main value.
That it would just be China and Russia mopping up everything, taking everything afterwards. But
You guys can probably guess what game is coming, as you can hear the music in the background. Okay. I think our main value is our military power, but I assume people will want the land when we collapse.
you
know
have
what I'm
such
gonna
a fucking strong economy. We make so many movies in California. Wouldn't other countries want that?
Where
And
was
we have Google, and it spies on you.
Gonna see if I can. I'm probably still under-leveled for this, but I'm gonna give it another shot. This guy's killed me many, many times.
Unacceptable. Oh look, I just happened to accidentally give all of my client's evidence to the other attorney on accident. That's what I would do if I were a lawyer.
Oh, I can damage him more than I used to. Dang it.
Sus. Oh, good.
Might be close enough to hammer this out. I don't know how many. Oh, he only has one. Oh, that's a freaking ray of hope. You gotta watch this. I'm not showing him my stream through our chat. He has to watch me on YouTube if he wants to see it.
Have to watch.
You know what I'll do to you? Since you like magic so much. These heretics, sorcerers. I'm a faith build. I'm gonna cleanse all these heretics using magic. Some people call me a shield hugger in this game, and I call them dead. Oh, that was a really bad thing to say right before he killed me.
He got you with his wizard magic.
Are you watching?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't see anything. There's a guy with a scythe.
Yeah, I'm fighting the guy with the scythe. He just killed me, though.
Uh-oh. Frostbite. His name is, I hate my dad. XXX100.
I'm honorable in this game, even when it's against... Oh, I'm using the wrong keyboard. You guys probably hearing all sorts of clicking on my freaking microphone.
That's what I like. Clicking. It's ASMR. ASMR.
Clicking ASMR, that's what this is. Ah, gosh. I'm close enough that I'm gonna hammer this out this time. I'm gonna do this on stream so everyone can watch it. I have a grudge against this guy because I've fought him lots of times, but I was not leveled up enough to damage him as fast as he heals himself.
My favorite ASMR is going over to my friend's house and then hearing their parents fight in the background and pretending not to notice.
Okay, so Alex Jones, yeah, he used to talk about Sandy Hook. I think he recanted it later.
But that's not good enough.
No.
He needs to pay. We'll make him pay. money and lawyers. Caused financial damage to us.
Not doing nearly as well as...
We hurt our emotions. $49 million worth of emotions were hurt.
How do you... I don't know. They claimed that people came after them and mocked them and harassed them and stuff, and they said it was because of him. He was only one of a number of people who were talking about it being a somewhat questionable situation. And I guess this is subjective, but if something is a subject that's being debated, then
maybe
how do you get
an
to...
example out of him then?
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, they don't want people to say the same stuff as him, so they... Oh my gosh.
Hey, how come all these mass shooters look exactly the same? What? That's a conspiracy theory. We're gonna sue you. Just saying. You know what physiognomy? Physiognomy? Physiognomy. What's that? What's that word I'm thinking? It's where you can like look at someone and then tell what kind of person they are.
Oh, I don't know if there's a word for it. If there is, I don't know it.
Physiognomy? No.
Oh, tough luck, buddy.
It's pseudoscience.
You're right, though. The point of it, I think, is scaring people. They want to discourage other people from saying the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when your lawyer is competent, gives away evidence to the...
I'm so glad he only has one use.
Lawyer. That's what happens, I guess.
Was his lawyer bad? I didn't watch any of it.
I don't know. I mean, he must be if he
Got me that time.
willingly gave away phone records.
Gotcha.
Surely nothing could be in them.
Taunter's tongue. That's what I like. I like the tongue of taunters.
All the liberals I know are having a little idea about it.
Oh, Alex Jones. Yeah, okay, the thing is I wonder if another one comes later. He had already said since years ago that he didn't believe that anymore, which is probably just because he's a coward and a grifter. But he... yeah, I guess though that's the point of it wasn't that it was making a example of him to try to scare other people out of doing it. How much Monet did I get out of that? See if I can buy anything.
Monet.
We've got to have money. Still need this one, but yeah.
The good old home on the range. Well, this is probably indicative that we're going into World War III / a Civil War. And you better
Alex Jones.
buy your dried food buckets and stock up on
whatever Tim Pool is being sponsored by. Speaking of which, Alex Jones can just go on selling his protein supplements and filters. So all the people are still going to listen to him.
His protein filters.
Protein filters. He doesn't... I don't know.
He sells like penis pills, doesn't he?
It'll make your dick huge. You'll have a big 10-inch dick. Slap her in the face with your 10-inch dick.
That's what all women like. Being slapped in the face. Maybe not with it.
If you're less than 10 inches, don't even bother.
If you make less than 7 figures, you should kill yourself immediately.
If you don't bother talking to me. If you make less than 7 figures, you don't have an 11-inch dick, and you aren't 6'8".
6'8". What about 7 feet tall?
If you aren't 7 feet tall,
You're
7
less than 7 foot tall.
7.
You can't bench 5 plates.
Bench 7 plates. Make 7 figures. The last plate you balance on the bar. Make 7 figures, 7 feet tall, and 7-inch dick minimum. That's a bare minimum.
7 inches. That's kind of small. I don't know about that. 7 feet.
Can I get down from here? Oh, there we go. You never know in this game when it's gonna kill you from falling. Ah, screw it.
Cha-cha was smooth. That's what I like. You know what else I like?
What do you like?
I really like the same superhero story told over and over. That's what I like. That's what corporate boards know. They know that I like that, so they keep making movies about it. But they've also figured out that
Crap.
you can make Superman a bad guy and then have him kill some. And there can be lots of blood and gore, and so that's so gritty and dark. Superman was evil. Can you imagine that? If Superman was evil? What if Superman was evil? You should make a story about that. Where Superman's evil.
Whoa. What if there was an evil Iron Man and Iron Man had to fight him?
That would be epic. He'd have so much money and he'd be so hard to fight because he's Iron Man. He has this cool computer in his head.
He has this computer in his chest.
I don't know.
And he'll die. Oh, you can jump real high. You jump good. Oh!
How come there's a big hole in his chest? Can't you put the power source, like, outside of...
Okay, maybe some Marvel soy boys will correct me, but I think it's like there's a sorry, I'm in the middle of this gank fight right now. Oh, that wasn't smart of me.
So if I remember right, he gets blown up, and then there's like shrapnel near his heart, and then the power source is like keeping his heart going or something.
Is it keeping his heart going? My understanding was, did I get anything from him? I don't think I got anything. Yeah, he has a thing blew up. There's shrapnel near his heart, or partly in his heart. And then the dude made the magnet thing to hold the shrapnel out of his heart, and it's powered by that little tiny particle accelerator or whatever it is.
Oh, okay. Well, oh yeah, he had like a car battery at first. And then he made the magical infinite power.
Well, first a different guy made the magical infinite power thing. And then he replicated the technology and uses it to power the Iron Man suit.
Okay, so he couldn't just get surgery to get the shrapnel.
Yeah, you'd think... Wait, I thought in the third Iron Man movie that he managed to heal it, but for some reason he still needs the thing after that. I don't know, maybe they retconned it. Anyway,
I don't know.
they don't care. And none of the, I don't think the fan, well, I haven't been involved with the fan base, but I don't think, where's my thing? No?
Anyway, what if that guy were evil?
Who made the thing? Maybe
What?
Iron Man was the real bad guy all along.
If Iron Man was evil,
They'll make
it'd be so hard to fight him. You need like an even stronger guy to fight him. And then he could like kill people and there could be all this blood and gore to show how evil he is.
There's a dude calling to me.
Because
Maybe
he wants to talk to you. Who's calling?
maybe he's gay. Oh, is that a mini boss over there? I think I fought a guy
Yeah,
similar
yeah.
to that. How far behind is the stream? What do you see right now?
I see you in a field, and there's a thing in the background, like a goblin or an ogre or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's probably 30 or 45 seconds behind.
Ah, go
I think he's
ahead.
in a bush.
A bush.
I have to hit something.
Anyway, that's what corporate board's like. That's art produced by committees, corporate committees produce art like that.
So is something that's a good example of what kind of like what the
Can you hear me? Help me. I'm stuck. Hello?
Hmm.
Oh, my stars. I am Alexander. Please.
Spaghetti. Well, anyway,
Thanks. Just give me
I think a lot of corporate companies produce this sort of same-ish content, so that's sort of why I think Overwatch looks the way it does. Because if
something
you
bigger.
look into the history of Overwatch, basically the characters started off as like concept sketches, which is fine, and they were meant to be in like a strategy RPG game, so that's kind of why they have these proportions and these colors, so you can pick them down view. But then the concept was repurposed into a first-person shooter. Which, I mean, it can work. I mean, obviously it worked in a way, but like when you play Overwatch, it has like a clusterfuck of colors. You're
Yeah.
playing it.
I've noticed
So
that
like,
about a lot of modern games. Like, did we talk about this on the stream before? I'm not sure.
we didn't. We talked about it afterwards, and I thought it would be good to bring up.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I think that about Overwatch and Apex Legends and maybe some of the Halo games, but with Halo's that's kind of its thing. It's like this futuristic gunfighter, and it was also one of the first ones to do it. It's not really one of the ones that I really think is guilty of it in particular.
No,
And
I
a lot of those arena fighter games.
once again. Pleasure is
Sorry, I'm talking to this guy and he's distracting me for a second.
well, I think they look like this because they take the concept art and show it to whatever corporate board, and then they say,
back
"Well,
here.
that looks great. Go ahead with it."
Yeah, I saw is at this presentation of a bunch of college graduates who some of them were did concept art, and I think they were probably illustration majors. And one had this wall with a bunch of that stuff. stuff that looks a lot like the art in. Does he see me? Oh, now he sees me. Okay. And it's really... Sorry, I'm having trouble talking while doing this. Very, yeah, mass appeal oriented. Very, like, really bright colors, a lot of purples and blues, yellows.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that on an individual character scale.
Yeah,
Problem
it's like
is
the
that
game.
when they all come together,
The game doesn't have an artistic concept. It's just like anything that's as flashy as possible, like futuristic looking weapons and oh, a seller dude. I'll go back to him later. Futuristic looking weapons and sometimes like big giant fancy axes and swords and magic. So Overwatch is the perfect example of it. Nothing really artistically unique to itself. Just like anything that looks attractive, they'll just go ahead and do it. They'll like add it into the mix. Put all of the good shit in a pot and mix it up, and it'll taste great. Kind of like fast food.
well, no, at least fast food, they have a consistent theme of flavor. But the thing is, like, I mean, we keep going back to this, but Team Fortress 2, like, really knows what they were doing when they went with the art style that they did.
Yeah, TF2 is
to, like, look a certain way and read a certain way when you're playing it. So, like, there's never, like, oh, I didn't see that guy in Team Fortress 2, because, like, he's bright red and nothing else on the screen is bright red. So.
Yeah, TF2 is a really good example. It's it has a really good artistic theme to it. Like the characters are all kind of have cartoonish, exaggerated proportions. There's like a consistent artistic style, and there's a kind of consistent color palette as well. Like there's a lot of like metallic colors like gray and silver and red and brown. You don't see all these like bright blues and bright purples and stuff all the time, like that is flashy and attracts the attention of zoomers with a 3-second attention span.
Right.
So that's I mean, well, Apex Legends was really popular. It still is somewhat, and Overwatch was quite popular. Though, you know, Overwatch is falling off. Like, they're making a sequel now and nobody cares, and it's probably going to bomb.
Yeah, I probably will bite the bullet, play it on stream sometime for us.
Just to see it, just to criticize it.
Because, you know, I've never had the problem of, like, mistaking a friendly enemy in most games, but Overwatch, that routinely happens, where I think someone on my screen isn't an enemy, but they are. I don't know, maybe I'm just, like, colorblind in a way.
Is how do you tell the difference in Overwatch? I've only played it a handful of times.
So, in Overwatch, friendly characters have a blue outline, and then enemy characters have a red outline.
I remember. Yeah, I remember that. It's horrible. The worst one ever was definitely Counter-Strike. You actually have to just know the clothes patterns to tell who's friendly and who's enemy, or see where they're standing, where they're coming, what direction they're coming from.
There's like the idea that you talk to your team and then they tell you where they're gonna go, and then you can also use the mini map to sort of see where they are.
I found a mini boss.
But there's none of that in Overwatch. So usually the microphones in Overwatch is some guy who's doing just as bad as you are, yelling at you, blaming you for the reason you're losing. Which, you know, that I don't know if that's ever like to make someone play better. He's berating them, but
Is this the boss
really
here?
bad in Overwatch.
Oh, no.
I'm not-
Thought it has red eyes, so I thought maybe it was strong. What am I fighting? Am I fighting that guy?
Okay.
There's boss music and there's a health bar. This guy?
I don't know. No.
Well, that was his health, so I assume that is the case. He doesn't seem to be attacking me though. Watch him shoot like a beam at me in the next few seconds or something.
You are fighting the patriarchy. The concept of the patriarchy.
Do I just have to chase him? Is that how this works? I don't know if I want to.
I don't know what you're doing, so.
There's boss music, and there's a health bar, but there's not a boss. Well, there is one. He's in a boat. He's running away from me, I think. I think I'm supposed to chase him. I don't know where he went, though.
He chased me.
Catch me! Where'd he go? Did I lose him? Is that how this works?
Self-bar still.
Ah, crap. Oh, there's... Alright, okay.
They say you should kill your boss too.
Oh, he summons more dudes. That's what... okay, now he's doing something. I better... I've never fought this guy before. I don't know what he does.
It's cool, you're in like a swamp cemetery. Playing his horn. And you say, no, this is some bad music, boy. You beat him. Beat him with your sword. Beat him with your sword.
Drive me closer. I want to hit him with my sword. I wish I had a horse that obeyed all my commands instantly.
That would be slavery.
This is animal slavery. We're literally enslaving animals. Oh,
That's what PETA thinks.
Obama shouldn't have swatted the fly.
Obama?
Yeah, Obama swatted the fly. He murdered an innocent fly in an interview.
Yeah. It's weird that vegans don't, like, protect bugs, too.
Yeah. Deathroot.
I mean,
Skeletal.
you ask it and you're like,
Ashes.
do you care that ants they stepped on accidentally are dead? And they're like, no.
We
Why?
have to eat the bugs.
You have to eat those ants now. Can't let their carcasses go to waste. Yum yum.
It's the frickin'...
I need ant milk.
The thing wasn't working for a second.
Ant milk.
I don't know what you get
cookies.
from killing turtles. I kind of have a policy against killing neutral NPCs generally, though. Unless it's something that you would hunt normally. Like,
I mean, people eat turtles.
I don't have any qualms about killing deer and stuff, because I hate deer. They're a pest. They always, like, run in front of your car. They come down from the mountain and eat your freaking trees and stuff. So I don't mind killing deer. I don't really want to kill these turtles, though. Okay, it looks like I can't go down there.
I think it's kind of hard to kill a turtle.
I assume they're probably going to go into their shell if I hit them.
Probably. See, this game would be much better as if the turtle was brightly colored and then you had a glowing ninja sword and
Yeah, what we're missing here is my guy...
brightly colored and there was a waypoint marker
My guy needs to have like a big, like kind of embellished barbarian looking armor that's like blue and purple and yellow, and the background needs to be like the sky needs to be purple, and my horse needs to be blue. I have to have my sword needs to be like glowing really bright, and I have to have a gun as well, like a halo gun,
Yeah.
a plasma gun.
Yeah, see, this is like trees and rocks. That's not allowed. You can't have that. That's
Yeah,
too
there's
boring.
too many grays. Japan doesn't know how to make real video games. That's why people only like games that are made in America.
Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite, that's another good one. Yeah, that's another offender for sure. Here, I'm gonna kill this goat.
I mean, you see some of that in games like Breath of the Wild, but it's not overbearingly like. I guess.
Breath of the Wild, I would say, has an artistic concept of like focusing on the nature stuff in it. Like you look over, there's like a colorful sunrise, and there's like I'm gonna kill this guy.
But wouldn't it be better, Link, if the HUD in the game wasn't stylized, but it had like brushed silver and an impact font, and then he had a gun and did a dance after he beats the guy?
That's what the kids like. You know, the problem with Japan is they don't understand that the corporate people are the ones who need to be making artistic decisions and not artists. If you let artists make decisions, then they'll do like stupid shit because they don't understand that you need to make a game based on oh, I forgot that has a big shockwave. Yeah, you need to make decisions based on charts of what are popular trends.
Yeah. Well, you could get a CalArts artist and hire them for it. That would probably be cool. They could make Mario and then give him like the bean mouth.
I think we need a Mario game in CalArts style. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, and then Mario could be bisexual.
Yeah.
And he could sing Prince as well.
I'm not going to play Mario 64 on the Switch thing, specifically because they got rid of the gay Bowser thing.
They did?
Yeah, you didn't know about that? It was all over
I
the
didn't.
internet.
That's funny.
So long, gay Bowser, yeah. They were like, oh,
Hey.
the Americans are making a big deal about this, so we need to get
Yeah,
rid
that's
of it.
gay erasure right there.
That's gay erasure.
Erasure. They're erasing the gay Bowser.
Yeah, who's to say he didn't say gay Bowser? And maybe he was respecting Bowser's identity.
His sexuality. He's just, Bowser was actually just kidnapping Princess Peach so he could see Mario.
Now we're in deep lore. We're in deep Tumblr lore now.
And, Baby Bowser is,
Where's their boss music? Oh,
I don't know what.
a wolf.
Actually, how did Baby Bowser come into existence?
From Bowsette, obviously.
Bowser. But who would be the father then?
Bowser.
Or
What are you thinking?
is he
Use your
getting
head.
like turned off into a cup and then use that to clone himself?
Wait, is
or
Bowsette
something?
supposed to be Bowser?
It is.
Oh, okay.
It's Bowser
mind.
wearing the super crown.
Oh. Wait, is that in a game? Is that like a
Yeah,
real
that's
thing?
in the new Switch Mario.
So he puts on a thing, and then he becomes the female Bowser.
Um, well, the item is for Toadette, and when she gets it, she becomes Princess Peach.
Oh, okay. So
And
if Bowser,
only Toadette
if
can use
Bowser
it.
puts it on, if Bowser puts it on, then he turns into that.
He becomes the
The meme.
waifu of the month. Yes.
That was a couple years ago now, though.
Yeah. It comes and it goes.
Yeah.
Waifus come and go, don't they?
They sure do.
Like
There's a new
women.
waifu all the time.
And like Makima from Chainsaw Man, although she'll get a resurgence probably. And then Komi-san, and then
Just a minute
Sora
ago,
too.
it was the girl from Spy Family. Haven't heard about
The
that
mom?
lately. Yeah, the Zoomers have already lost interest in her.
Yeah.
You see, the kids these days, they don't know.
These days aren't loyal to their waifus.
They don't know what it means to be a good meme. Yeah, if you look at, like... Oh, that could be bad. If you look at the old days, the good old days, who the most popular anime girl of the year was for, like, 2000 through 2010, there was... oh, that was almost bad. Sakura from Naruto ran it for about 5 consecutive years. And you won't ever see anything like that again because there's always going to be one particular one that dominates for like a few months. They should judge them by like 3 month jumps sometimes because
Why
like
would they
sometimes there's
ever
one.
ask the anime community anything though? Because this is the same. These are the same people that voted for Demon Slayer to be anime of the decade. Like
Yeah.
the season that Demon Slayer came out, they voted for it to be the anime of the decade. And by
Yeah.
the way, this is the same decade that had Madoka.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
And
like Madoka is way more, I don't know, the writing is much more interesting to me.
well, it's deeper, more adult, I guess, and Demon Slayer's more mass appeal. Now, I actually read the manga of Demon Slayer, so I can't talk too much crap, but it's good. It's just, and yeah, the manga, at least while it was running, it was ahead of One Piece, which is really saying something. Um, but another one.
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Haight, servant to the True Order and celebrated repudiator of the false
You know what? I'll come back for him later. I'll do that later.
Um,
What was I talking about? Demon Slayer. Oh yeah. So the movie. Were you with me when I went to see the movie?
yeah,
Yeah.
I would,
Yeah. So. Crap. There must be a certain trick to those. I assume I'm doing it wrong. That like. It was so popular, it became like the new #1 grossing film in Japan. It beat the long-standing champion, which was Spirited Away. And
Yeah.
we saw it. It was good. It was just like a 2-hour episode of the anime. It wasn't really distinct from the anime. It maybe had a slightly higher animation budget. It wasn't all that. Man, it didn't deserve to be even in the top 10, I don't think, of all anime movies ever.
yeah. For Spirited Away, I watched that movie like multiple times, and I wanted to, but for Demon Slayer, it's like, okay, I get it. Like, once you watch it once, I don't
Yeah,
think you need.
and frankly, going in with such high expectations, I was a little disappointed. I thought they were going to have like this amazing animation for the fight, for the fight at the very end, and It wasn't. It was fine.
Yeah. I was kind of confused on like the guy that dies, the um samurai. Like, there's a lot of samurai, but like
Yeah, I know
fire.
you're talking about Rengoku, I think was his name.
Yeah, like he just sort of shows up for the movie. I mean, I guess he's in the manga, but
Yeah, actually, I was my brother who was there with us, he gets emotionally invested in stuff a lot, even when it doesn't really deserve it. And I thought he was going to really like Rengoku and be upset by it. And when I was talking to him afterward, he was kind of like, it was whatever. Like, I didn't really understand why he was so like distraught when he died when they like barely knew each other.
yeah.
And
it's
they
like,
didn't. They weren't really that good of friends. Like they met him I think one time before that. You know, here's this giant enemy crab.
Right.
This is exactly the same as the crabs in Dark Souls 3. And
Like they tried to play it up like it's this big emotional. But
yeah, they really didn't. They really didn't know him that well. Like the main character is a really nice dude and cares about everyone. But he had this reaction like he was his real good buddy.
maybe if they structured the movie differently and they just scrapped all that stuff about the three main characters getting on the train and doing whatever the fuck. They just like they showed his backstory and they like focused more on him.
Yeah, I
know,
guess
that
so.
would be an interesting way to do it.
They wanted that. Okay, it's been out for a couple of years now. I hope nobody will be upset by spoilers. They wanted the fight at the end to be a surprise, so they were focusing on when they beat the other smaller guy. Oh man, it's starting to get hard to see. You think that that's the end, and then it's a false like conclusion, and then the other stronger dude shows up. So that's part of it, but
Yeah, but
I don't know what the deal is with
though,
these guys, so I'm just
it
going.
was more entertaining to watch the fight with the smaller dude because like the last guy just punches.
Yeah, he's kind of just a really good fighter. He doesn't have a whole lot of powers other than that. Spiked, cracked tier. Green crystal tier. I don't know the mechanics of this game super well yet. There's a bunch of flowers here that I haven't seen before though, so maybe I'll collect them in case they're important later.
Skibidi bip bap.
Yeah, there's... I think in anime as well nowadays it's becoming more mass appeal oriented, less artistic, because it's really open for business. It's getting much more popular now. Like, all my roommates at this new place I'm in struck me as kind of normie types when I came here, and I'm pretty sure all of them are into anime. I saw one of them, I thought he was this kind of jock-esque person, and he was watching One Piece.
Oh.
That's marginally better than like Rent a Girlfriend or whatever, but or
Well, what else would they be watching?
what's
'Cause
that one stupid shonen that they're all watching? There's another turtle. You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It has that kid with like the gray spiked hair.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, not that. I actually really like that one. That's
I don't know.
God, I could go look up our popular airing anime. I bet it would be there.
Here, I'll just look up top 10. 2022. Demon Slayer.
That's gonna take forever. If it's weak against electricity. Oh, it sure is. Ha! Alright, that'll do it. Or maybe not. Oh,
Freeze
crap.
and kick stuff. Dojo. Dress up darling. Or build children. What is
Dude, are you on my anime list?
I just picked up a random article. Attack on Titan. Flying Fan.
It's really strong except against particular.
Shunin Anime.
I don't know why I can't remember it off the top of my head. I can't. I haven't been watching a whole lot of stuff in this last year or so, though.
Case closed. Isn't that over? Tell me some. These aren't shown. I guess they are, but
You're looking at popular shonen ones right now?
yeah, One Piece is on. Attack on Titan. This for this year. Demon Slayer. All by family. Okay, well. We're not gonna. Death Note, huh? Okay.
Death Note is shonen?
I
don't know.
guess.
I don't know about that.
I guess it made for boys, and therefore counts as shonen.
I guess a lot of teenage guys I knew in high school were into it.
I was into it in high school.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, as saying though, like nowadays it seems to be really popular among millennials and Zoomers, whereas 10 or so years ago it was more like nerds. It was a nerdy subculture.
Only nerds like anime.
No.
Well, what does nerd even mean? I think people like
know, it's
being
kinda-
nerds.
It's
They
kind
like
of,
to, like,
yeah, it's not considered negative a lot of the time now, which has ups and downs, you know, because it's... Oh, did I go all the way down here? No, I sure did.
Well, now D&D is considered sort of like a cool thing to do.
I think that guy just shot one of his own people.
Star Wars is like, no one's gonna make fun of you for like. In fact, I think it's like opposite. You don't like Star
No.
Wars.
Yeah, now Star Wars is like... Yeah, back in the day, Star Wars was like a thing that the nerdy kids liked. Is that another vendor? Oh, it's an NPC.
Star
I
Trek.
can't talk to nobody right now. I got shit to do. I gotta find something that I can continue talking while doing.
I mean, maybe Star Trek would fall into that category.
Star Trek?
Star Trek isn't very good, so no. That's it, but I don't know. Maybe if you like Toho,
Toho. Yeah, Toho. Maybe they'll make Toho into like a mass appeal schlock someday.
If here's a good test. See if your hobby is actually nerdy. If you talk to people about it and they start brushing you off and try to change the subject, then that's a good sign that it's pretty nerdy.
So being a brony would still be nerdy, right? Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Some of my friends from back when we were into that are still into it to this day. That's kind of weird. They apparently made like 8 seasons of it as well.
I mean, it had its appeal, but it also, like...
This guy here was the one who originally got me into it, for anybody.
Yeah, I do that.
I think he's asleep.
But
Oh, now he's
there's
awake.
also like this.
Hello. Sorry, did I wake you up?
I'm waking up
Now he's awake.
to ash and dust.
Oh, now he's awake. Oh, I thought he was gonna fall over.
My meat and slap my nut.
Smack his nuts.
I love Imagine Dragons and all of the music that they make. So funny and
Oh.
good. I will give all my money to Imagine Dragon and their publisher.
Thank you, Giant. That dog was in my way.
X3 Giant.
The preferred term is big people.
What?
Giant
Oh.
is an offensive epithet.
You can't call them biggers anymore. You just say bigger. Now I don't wanna hear no lip with giants out here. We paid good money for you biggers.
What the heck? That looks kind of like the beast guy. There's like a mini boss right toward the start.
Do you ever make racist jokes, but they're so subtle that like people don't get them, and they like agree?
Yeah, just like do it in a really subtle way like, at family parties so that they won't know. Like make references to Slash Bowl that they won't get.
Well,
That's
there's
what I
sometimes like I see that people make them and like they're so subtle,
Stop being
and it's
gross.
like I wonder if people even pick up on.
And you know that they were making the joke. It wasn't just.
Yeah, but it's like it's not subtle to me, but maybe to them. Like
I don't know.
I don't hear no lip from you, boy. That might be, I don't know. That might be something else.
If you're like at a family party and you're like
I
despite
don't want to go
the
to the house no more.
despite the pumpkin pie being only 13% of the pies here, 50% of the people are eating it.
Despite pit bulls only making up 6% of the dog population, they account for 56% of all fatal dog attacks.
Finally. Hey, don't talk about pities. My pity is different. My pity would never hurt no one, never.
You know, I actually don't see pit bulls that often out in public, but I see them at the pound almost every time that I've gone to a pound.
Yeah, it's so weird. Whenever people go and rescue a dog, it's always a pit bull. It's almost like the dog shelters. What the heck? I just heard a dude screaming.
Who's making all the pit bulls though? Who is
I don't know.
breeding pit bulls?
I'm sure there aren't a bunch of people like breeding them endlessly. And then people don't buy them because most sane people don't want a pit bull. And then they all end up going to dog shelters.
Well, the only person who wants a pit bull is someone who actively is looking for a pit bull. It's not like pit bulls are like particularly like good-looking dogs. They
No.
don't serve.
Well, there's propaganda about them weirdly.
Homemade propaganda.
No, well, like I saw there's this Pixar animation about a kitten and a pit bull. What's going on down there?
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh, they're shooting at a dude.
It should have just ended with the pit bull mauling the kitten to death first thing.
No, that's not what happens. Gosh.
Yeah, pit bulls aren't territorial. They're not.
They never hurt nothing, never. They never hurt no one. Pit bulls are nice, and you just have to be nice to them, and then they won't do it.
It's really the owners who are at fault.
Yeah. It's not the fact that they were bred specifically for hunting and fighting.
Well, it's in the name. They're not nanny dogs. They're made to other dogs for dogs, right? Yeah.
That's not true. They're... Oh, I got a falchion. That's cool. Where's that dude who's sitting around here somewhere?
My pity would never hurt.
My pity would never hurt no one, never.
That was the nicest pity I ever done did see.
My pity is different.
My pity. You have my pity.
You have my pity. You could call it a pity party.
Pity party. That has some weird connotation.
Yeah, so, it's really weird how, like, there's this propaganda about pit bulls. It's almost like they're discouraging people from thinking in terms of judging a group on a large scale by the actions of, by trends that, by observable trends in that group.
You know, if you look at Yoshi and you cover up his eyes with, like, your finger or something, it looks like his nostrils are eyeballs. And he just looks like a weird guy.
This is why my brain is broken, because this is the kind of conversations we've had since forever. Where we, like, have... Oh, guide and gatekeeper. Returning to root second. We have, like, non sequitur jumps in our conversations. This is how... This is the kind of... This is the kind of conversation that true geniuses have. Oh, good, I need that.
Like, what kind of slaves would you own if you were a billion?
Well, the first thing I do is...
Yeah, everyone has a story of what they'd do if they had infinite money.
I'd have lots of hookers. Thai hookers.
Yeah.
I'd be married to Emma Watson, but I'd cheat on her with Emma Stone. And then...
Who's Emma Stone?
Another actress who people like. Oh, they're kind of, they're like in their late 20s now. I forgot it. Who do kids like now? There's like Billie Eilish, but I think she's already hit the wall, even though she's only like 19.
She has big breasts.
She has big Don Hunker who's. Dobon Hunkers.
There's this high school girl, and she got huge boobs. Some real badonkers.
Real said tongue on Hunker hoogs.
Yeah, anyway. I guess people like Billie Eilish.
Let's see.
I liked Zoe Deschanel back
Oh yeah, back in the
when I was
day.
younger.
I was just thinking about that the other day, 500 Days of Summer. I didn't watch it. I saw a clip from it, and then I went and read the synopsis on Wikipedia, and I was like, man, that's like... It's not even a really good story. It's just, like, intended to be depressing.
Yeah. It's art. It makes you think.
It's like something that would happen in real life. I don't want to watch a movie to experience more real life.
It's like a movie about going to the store and getting groceries.
It's a movie about, like, a disappointing one-sided relationship. I want to escape from reality. Give me the anime where a super hot girl falls in love with the loser for no reason for me to escape to and not think about reality. That's what I want.
Well, we're coming up on an hour here.
We're could stop soon. I just found this mini area. There are these areas like this where you fight a few guys and then there's a boss. It's usually a small boss.
Well,
This is another bone zone. Oh no, there's goblin. There's whatever those are.
as usual, I will put myself into a coma until next weekend.
We go back into the ice chamber
The ice chamber of secrets.
until next week.
And we talk about funny, haha, political events that happen. Except nothing dumb has happened recently.
Wow,
It's
totally
just
wasn't
like
expecting that.
mildly disappointing political events.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot this week. There's Alex Jones, Nancy Pelosi. Everybody was like, if only China would shoot Nancy Pelosi's plane down.
Yeah, I wish that happened.
And China was like, well, they didn't do it.
Obviously.
But they probably thought to themselves, if we shoot Nancy Pelosi's plane down, then Americans will be really upset at us.
No, we'd be happy.
No, although I guess the government people would be upset at them. We all know our government doesn't represent our people anymore, so they'd probably send us to war over it.
Alright. I'm signing off. See ya.
Okay. Okay.
That's the short bus. The short bus.
Should I continue this? Yeah, we can continue. I will continue. Are you gone? Okay. He left. He has girlfriend-related matters to attend to. Gonna see how. Oh gosh. Well, that was interesting. Haven't ever seen anything like that in a Souls game. Is there anything else in this room here? Anybody in the chat to keep me entertained? I have no attention span. I'm a... Oh, no, too slow. Too slow. Oh, gosh. How do I get back? Okay. There's supposed to be a lever somewhere in here to open this door. It's gonna say something like it's locked by a contraption. I assume it's hidden somewhere down here, and sometimes in these kinds of rooms. Okay, how about you? Is there something hidden in here? And then seek down. Okay, so it keeps doing it indefinitely. And... oh, that must be a way. I'll just go back out to the entrance. Probably gonna die right here. This is what I do to save as much of the Estus flask or whatever it's called as possible. Ah, crap. Oh, got it. That would have taken me forever to figure out. I just happened upon the answer by luck. Still got 4 left, that should be alright. It's totally gonna be one of those zombies that grabs you. Every sword fighter game has done that ever since, I think it was Ocarina of Time. Ah, yep, there it is. Oh, they might revive. Let's run it. I will bravely run away from all of these dudes. This is a longer dungeon than most of them. I might actually just go back to the Grace site when I find wherever the lever is. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Alive. Is this okay? Here we go. I'm back at the entrance. I'm gonna do that real quick. Never mind, I changed my mind. I'm not gonna do it. What do we got? Oh, another burial watchdog. Oh, great. Watchdog and friends. I should have actually gone back and healed after all. Tip when fighting gank bosses or groups of enemies in Souls games. Get rid of the small guys first. Or you'll just have to chip away at the big guy the whole time. Okay, I think that's all. Oh. last one. Should be using this. I'm sure glad he waits so long between moves. Be cool. That was the first time I ever fought that guy, by the way. I totally didn't know his moveset already. Is that not, oh, it's just a candle. Okay. There's a similar boss toward the start of the game, except minus I think the only thing that changed probably was maybe it had slightly higher HP, and it had all of those other dudes there with him. It's an easy way to make crap a whole lot harder is when you have a bunch of guys. Just put a bunch of guys together and then it suddenly becomes annoyingly difficult when it wouldn't be otherwise. Alright. I think I will call it with that. I'm not very good at being entertaining without somebody else to bounce off of. Maybe if we had a chat going here, then that would be good. But that'll be all. That was the short bus. Thank you